Hello everybody, Chris Hurtt here with ppsop.com, and as summer vacation time approaches for many, one of the challenges that we face as photographers is traveling with friends and family and keeping that balance when we want to be out shooting and capture some dramatic and compelling images of the places we're traveling in, and also enjoying time with friends and family. So over the years and in doing commercial work, I came up with some ways to do some scouting and some homework ahead of time that can allow you to not spend your time seeking out what to shoot and where everything is when you get there, but instead knowing where to go when you do arrive. So one of the places to start with that is the stock agencies. Stock agencies are out there. They're where professional photographers put their images out that they've taken throughout the world, and stock agencies sell those to magazines and publications. The great thing is they are a searchable database. The two biggest are corbusimages.com and gettyimages.com. Now, a few years ago, my wife and I went on vacation in Florence, Italy, and I wanted to be able to go out and shoot some city skyline shots of Florence, which is one of my favorite things to do, and I wanted to know where to be and what to be shooting. So as I looked through, I just typed in Florence, Italy skyline in the search, and up came lots and lots of images. I saw over and over many shots that looked just like this. So I've got a river, I've got Florence out in the background, the city skyline. I have what I now know. The nice thing about the stock agencies is they describe what everything is. So this is this building's called the Duomo. This here is the Uffizi, and this is the there's a river here. At the time, I didn't know what it was called. I had never been before. This is the Arno River. And so I'm looking at this thinking that looks like a great shot to take a city skyline shot from, but a great place, I mean, and but I needed to know where to be. So after making a list of things that I found interesting throughout, you know, searching around the stock agencies and such, off I went to the internet yet again, and instead of the stock agencies, I took my list and went to the map utilities that are out there. My two favorites are Bing Maps and Google Maps. They both have their strengths, and they're both very, very useful for people like us. So this is Florence. It's from straight above on Google Maps. I just typed in Florence, Italy, and up comes the map. I hit satellite photo, and this is what I get. I can tell right there that is the Duomo, and this here is the Uffizi, and here's the river we're talking about. So I'm trying to figure out, just by looking at this, where would be useful to shoot this from, and where that was an elevated spot, obviously, that this city skyline shot was taken from, because I'm looking over the tops of trees. So I go and look here and start searching around. I know that there was a river between the Duomo and the skyline, and that's right there. So obviously the place where those shots were taken was over here, and when I'm looking, I see a big clearing here, which is a large parking lot, and clearly it's up on a hill because the road that leads up to it zigzags back and forth. And I can see up there, zooming in, that there's lots of places to stand, many stairs and ramps and roads leading up, obviously. So this is where that shot was taken from. Now, I also know from looking at this that this is a dusk shot. This is north is obviously up, west is out here, so obviously the sun is going to set over here, which means I have two possibilities here. I have a sunrise possibility, because obviously the sun is going to come up over here, and everything in front of me will be bathed in a nice, warm, beautiful sunrise light, as it was in this shot. And then obviously after that, dusk, the sun is going to set behind, leave some beautiful color in the sky, and at that time, 10 to 15 minutes after sunset, the lights are going to balance out, and you're going to get a really nice dusk shot. So I was able to head out the morning right after we arrived. We arrived at about 8 p.m. to our hotel, and the next morning before sunrise, I was out of bed. Our hotel was all the way up here, and I was able to walk straight to this place, and I knew right where to go. One of the main reasons I knew right where to go is utilizing some of the other tools within these maps, and that is, and they each have their own strengths, like I said. Google Maps has what's called Street View. If you don't know about that, it's incredibly useful. So I knew that I'm going along here. I want to see how to get up to the top of the hill. Do I need to walk here or there? You know, it looks like there's some stairways in some places that'll make it easy to get up to. And so I can drag this little guy right here and put it right there. And up will pop Street View. And I can see that there are stairs that lead right up that hill and a nice walking path. This is really useful with all sorts of things. If you want to know if you can shoot from a certain spot with Street View and whether or not you're going to have a view or whether the trees are going to block your view, that kind of thing. Obviously, this is a glimpse of the skyline, but you can't quite see over those trees. But luckily, you know, you can tell here that the parking lot that I was thinking about was up there. And so Street View is a really, really useful tool. Bing Maps from Microsoft has something that's really useful as well, and it's called their bird's eye view. So they've got your normal satellite view here, which is the aerial, but if you click on this and click bird's eye, it's actually a 45-degree view that was taken from low-flying aircraft, and you can zoom in incredibly close. Google Maps has this capability in some form. It's a little more limited in the places where you can use it. Bing Maps has things covered pretty well from their bird's eye view. The nicest thing about this is that you can rotate and look at it from 4 different angles: north, south, east, and west. So if you want to look close up at how to get to places or where you might get access to places, this is incredibly useful, and it's amazing how much you can zoom in and really see a lot of details. So you know, it's just, these are great tools that you can use. You can have everything mapped out when you get home. You can know where to be or before you leave home, you can know where to be in the morning, where to be in the evening, and hopefully that will maximize your time with your friends and family and keep you out of trouble. And it can maybe save you from getting in a few little arguments about how much time you spend shooting. My wife actually booked our honeymoon in Ireland because she did research on the place that would have the most amount of rain during our honeymoon so that I wouldn't be out shooting while we were on our honeymoon. And I wish I could say it worked all the way, but it worked pretty well. I still managed to sneak away a couple of times. But anyway, hopefully that helps you go out and get some really great shots and know where to be and when to be there. And thanks so much.